this is just the warm-up. We're going to focus on athletes starting out, rolling out the glutes. So up and down, between 8 to 12 rolls. Now, ideally you want to be at a 7 out of 10 with the amount of like tension or feeling that you have. So it's not going to just be like a walk in the park. You want to actually like move some of the fascia and loosen it up. From there, we're going across. So from hip bone to a diagonal across the glute, or you can lean into it and kind of target that area. And we'll do 8 to 12, and then we'll switch sides. After that, we're gonna get into the spine. Take a bit more time, whether it's 45 seconds, or you're getting about 20 rolls or so, moving through it. So I want my hips to be driven up, my eyes to be behind me, give myself a hug, and then I'm gonna roll about 3 to 4 inches, just so I'm getting really deep into it, and then I can kind of move on to the next area. Tucking in your shirt may help, or just pulling it up, so that you're gonna be able to get more fluid movement through it. Now, if you need to open up the back line a bit more, you're gonna lean to one side, and then just stay on that right side of the spine, and roll through it. Focus on driving hips up, eyes behind you, so you create some leverage, and you can get a deeper roll. And then you will switch sides. After that, we'll go to the hamstring. If you have a roller, you can start off by going side to side through the ridges. So you're going across the ischial tuberosity. It's gonna be, you're gonna have an inside and outside of the hamstring. You'll know that you're rolling through that because it's kind of gonna click. You're gonna feel like some tension and tightness, and it'll open up. The taller you have your spine, if you have your heel off the ground, the better, because then you're gonna really start to open up the area. You can do that for both sides, between 10 to 20 times if you're very sore, and then you can just fan the area going up and down. From there, you'll switch sides. Calves, think of it like a triangle. So we'll have the outer region, inside and above the Achilles. Flex my foot, or dorsal flex my feet so they're upward towards my shins, and then I'll focus on rolling out that area as I move through. Going above the Achilles, you kind of just relax. I can adjust my foot position. I can move up and down and move through it. If you have more of a flat roller, try to add a little bit more pressure into it to dig in, or stack the leg so that you're getting a little bit more better feedback as you roll. Now, if you have a lacrosse ball or a roller, depending on the intensity that you're looking for, perennials. So we're basically going right here under the bone to the sock line, moving through and just getting across. So as we're here, they can roll through like that, or you can have a lacrosse ball under where you're going to be rolling out and pushing your knee down, so you create a little bit of leverage and pressure to open that area up. Another way that you can roll the front line there, perennials, is just coming over like this, turning your legs out and moving through. So once we went from our back line to the front, we'll then go to the quads. Quads, you can go just flat, going up and down, and rotate the body as you're rolling, because there's a lot of surface area that you want to cover. Now, if you feel like you need to open up or stretch it more, you'll start inside quad, bring your heel to the butt, rotate the body. So now you're going to be pulling the muscle up, opening it up as you move through. Okay? And then, just because it's a larger muscle group, and we have a lot of tension, a lot of soreness in these muscles, you can go to about 20 rolls or so. But then again, feel your body out, and then make the decision of how much you need with that. But then we want to make sure that we're at 7 out of 10 out of intensity, so we're really getting through it. After that, we have our lateral line, so just through the IT band and hips, starting right under the hip bone, across the leg, so now my hips are stacked on my elbow, so I have more range of motion. And I'm gonna go through the first half of my thigh, so the upper half, moving through between 10 to 15 rolls or so. If you feel tension anywhere, kind of sit on it, bring your heel to your butt a couple times, and that will loosen it up. Then you can go to the lower half, same idea. Again, read the body. If I feel stuck or I have a little knot, again, heel to butt as I sit on it. And if I need a little bit more feedback there, then I'll add a lacrosse ball or a round roller. After that, we're gonna go into groin. With the groin, my knee's gonna be even with the hip, 90-degree position in the hip. I'm going through the inside of my legs. So just like I did with the IT band, front half of the leg first. If I feel any like tightness or anything locked up, you can either go up and down on that area or rotate through the hip. And then what that's gonna do is cause a release as you go through. Same thing, we'll go to the outer half and then move through. You can have your knee down on the ground. If you want some more tension, lift that knee up and push through your feet and you'll get a little bit more. If you want to get more of a stretch into it, turn your shoulders away from where your leg's going so that you can open up the body just a bit more. But then focus on squeezing the core so your pelvis stays stable. If we're going to add any upper body rolls, chest is very good to open up the shoulders as well as the lats. With the chest, we're just going to sit on it and kind of drag. So again, a little higher than the nipple line and then between the armpit. Moving through, hand can be diagonal out. So you start to do this to fan and heat up the area. After that, I'm gonna have my hand in a fist. Palm down, straight up. Rotate, palm up. And it's gonna be just on my lumbar, on my lower spine. And then I'll move through that 5 to 8 times, would be a good number. Again, lungs without feeling the body. Lats, I think third or fourth rib, up to the armpit. So I'm kind of starting like this 90-90 position, then drag my heel up, so this knee is bent up, out towards the sky. Lift my hips and sit into it. If this is too much intensity for you, you can sit here and breathe and kind of just wiggle, get accustomed to it, open up, and then from there, you can get higher or you end there and add a rotation. Press this palm down, rotate up, eye on the hand, so you create a little bit more range of motion, and we'll open the lats up. That will give a lot of good feedback for lateral flexion and a connection with the hips and glutes. So those are the rolls for the warm-up. Now stretches, we'll go through a few of them. 90-90s, foot, knee, foot, all in one line, ankle, knee, ankle, all in one line. Belly button is going to be even with that knee. All right, so start off, we're pressing the knees and ankles down to the floor. Deep breathing, drive the hips forward. So 3 deep inhales and exhales just to settle and get the body heavy into the ground. Then we'll have the athlete go forward. 3 inhales, 3 exhales. Back, 3 inhales, 3 exhales. And they can switch. So you'll switch sides. Now, just to mobilize a bit more, good recommendation for athletes. You're going to stack the hands behind you, drive your heels into the ground, and then we're just going to get into a rotation as we move through. Now, the reason why I'm advising this for some athletes, especially with them growing and the pelvis, not always being in the best positions, or if they're sitting on long drives or played a good amount of minutes, then we want to kind of get the feedback where they're in motion, so their body is now not going to be so much where it's like triggered to hold on to stuff, and it's going to be able to open up. From there, we'll get them into the groin. So when we're in this position, chest up, back straight, and have the feet together, and try to drive our knees down to the floor. Deep breathing, and 3 to 5 inhales and exhales. You can complement this with a frog stretch. The frog, my feet are going to be dorsiflexed, my heels are going to be down, knees are going to be right under the hips, elbows are going to be driven into the ground, palms down. Tucking my belly button into the spine, squeezing my glutes. I'm squeezing the floor of my knees, deep breathing. 3 to 5 inhales and exhales, come out of it, go a bit wider, same idea. Use your stability to create your mobility, because if you start to just try to get super loose everywhere else, you might compensate, mess up your SI joint, get out of whack in the spine. So we want to make sure that we're mobilizing the hips and the groin and staying stable in the spine. After that, we'll go into performance stretch. So figure 4, we do this off of the wall, keeping the back flat on the ground, sitting on the floor. If they don't have the mobility for this, they can either bring that front foot out or they can sit into it. rather than do it from the ground, it can also go into a stretch of pigeon, over here, and opening up and dropping into it. I advise to do the one on the wall. It's usually the best one. From there, go into the best stretch off the wall. So you're gonna have foot in contact with the wall, same hand over, lean the body, grab your foot, squeeze your butt, drive the hips forward. Neutral position in the spine, not kicking out. So a lot of the athletes are gonna be in a bad position here. So really check that they're driving through their hips so that we're in a neutral position and you're squeezing your glutes so that your quads can open up fully so as it opens up, and breathe. Breathing in this position is the best for it. So with this, I would advise that they take as much time as they need. Deep breaths just to open up. From there, they can get a little bit more feedback for the psoas, where they're just straight up, driven forward. Same side as the back leg with the arm up. Kind of curling without crunching into the oblique, and just breathing as well. After that, we get into the calves. Diagonal from the heel all the way up to the neck, pushing through the wall. Drive that heel down, sit into it. Again, this is one of the stretches I would say more for the athlete to get the feedback off of what they feel. If they need a little bit more advancement into the ankles or getting into just more towards the Achilles, bend the knee, load it with the other leg, drop down, press the heel down. So those would be like the baseline stretches for the athletes just to start. Activations, we'll show a few examples of those. So we can have the band on the ankles. For the less advanced ones, we're on a stable athletic stance, lateral walk. I'm stacking knee over big toe, not turning out or dragging. Everything's in a nice stable position. All right, distance won't matter as much as feedback at first. So I'm really pressing with my feet, staying grounded as I move through. Go about 8 steps one way, 8 steps the other way, and then we're going into monsters. Monsters, again, ball of my feet, diagonal from heel to toe, like I'm doing a scissor or drawing a C into the dirt. When I'm going backwards after 8 steps, think diagonal out, both feet are facing forward. Chest down, diagonal out, heel to toe, diagonal out. Staying stable. So you're drawing V's. C's forward, V's back. After that, the players can get into a clamshell. Band won't be needed. You're bringing your heel as close to your butt as you can. It's going to be flat here in the back, so I'm going to have my hand behind my back just so I can feel that I'm not out like this, over like that. All right, my heels are even. Have this skin here to brace. I'm driving my knee away from my body. You will fire. You almost feel like you're cramping. Hold, tuck the belly button into the spine, come right back down. 8 to 10 will do the job to fire up. Also, what we're going to be doing here, we'll open up the hips just a bit. This is a good exercise for players that are making a lot of passes the day before as well. From there, they need more feedback for the hamstrings, and they're going to do heel loaded to bridge, 4 to 5 second hold, and then drop down. If they need a little bit more glute activation, then we're going to be going with feet down, driving through the big toe and the heels, and then drive those knees away. 4 to 5 second hold, and drop down. If they're having issues just with the pelvis, well, we can put a ball, preferably a smaller size 4 ball, or a ball that's a little flatter so they can squeeze. They'll squeeze the ball the whole time, drive up, 4 to 5 seconds, come down, keep the ball squeezed, and they'll do multiple times. Hip flexion. Band's going to be on the ball of the feet. I'll start off with both knees bent, holding one knee, kicking out, dorsiflex, let go, brace, fire, 2 to 3 second hold, switch sides. Brace, fire, 2 to 3 second hold. After that, we'll get into a dynamic warm-up. We'll have the list on the forms. We're all pretty accustomed to that. So